Use these bad times to make changes. We human beings, we love having excuses to do something or not to do it. Because when we have excuses to make, we feel justified. So use that bad relationship as an excuse for you to get better. Use how bad, how unfairly you have been treated as an excuse for you to get better. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your favorite dimmailoka. For those of you that are seeing me for the first time, I am a content creator that makes video talking all about God, finances, self-development, and sharing my unique journey with all of you. All this to make you and I better people. So if these are the things that you are interested in, please hit the subscribe button and join the family. We are so happy to have you around. In this video, we'll be talking about how to completely reinvent yourself. I went through this reinvention stage some time ago. In fact, it is because of my reinvention that I started content creation. And I want you also to know that reinvention is a process. When you look at my YouTube channel, you can see that there was a time that I started, I stopped before I took content creation seriously. So in this video, I'll be sharing with you guys ways that actually work and also my experiences with reinventing myself. So with that being said, let's get right into this video. The first step to reinvention is you have to be honest with yourself. I can remember some time ago when I was a little girl. As far as I've known myself, I've always been a curious person. I've always been curious. I love hearing things I've not heard. I love seeing things I've not seen before. I am such an inquisitive young girl. So then I can remember I was in the market with my mom, and then some boys were discussing behind me, and then one of them said something like this: even if you have to lie to the whole world, make sure you don't lie to yourself. So this statement stuck with me since then. Even though then I was a little girl, I don't even understand what that means. But I don't even know how that statement stuck with me. This is not trying to say that lying is a good thing, but it is trying to emphasize how important it is to be truthful to yourself. If you are not truthful to yourself, you are not going to get things done. You always feel like, having conversations with people are the most difficult. The most difficult conversations is the one you have with yourself. That's why a lot of people don't talk with themselves. A lot of people don't sit with themselves, and have these times just with themselves because they're scared. They don't want to admit their weaknesses. They don't want to admit their wrongs. And they run away from having conversations with themselves. Okay, I'll also make a separate video talking about the role of self-talk, because I think I talk to myself a lot. Having conversations with yourself is the best thing you can ever do to yourself. Self-reflection is good. Some people don't do that because they don't want to come to terms with their weakness. They don't want to admit their wrongs. For you to reinvent yourself, you have to be honest with yourself. You have to ask yourself, what do I want to get better at? What is getting in the way for me to get better? Is it that addiction? Is it my mindset? Is it myself? So you have to really be honest with yourself. What do you want to get better at? Who do you want to be? How do you get better at these things? Okay? So be honest with yourself. Admit your weaknesses. Admit the times you did not do things right. And then work on becoming the best version of yourself. The next step is decide who the new you is going to be. So you need to ask yourself, this new person that I'm trying to become, what does their routine look like? What do they do on a daily? What do they think like? How do they act? How does people see her? So you need to search yourself and find out who you really want to become. A lot of people don't even know what they want to be. They just want to make tons of money. That's all. They don't know the kind of friends they want to have, the kind of beliefs they have, the kind of work they do. They don't care about all those things. The only thing they know is that they want to make money. And at a time in their journey, they feel stuck because they don't classify their friends, things that are going on around them, their actions. They don't have direction. They just get up every day, work to make that money. They don't care about other things. So for you to reinvent yourself, you need to decide who the new you is going to be. For me, formally, I'm not the type of person that takes risks. I love being comfortable. Like, I love being comfortable. That's why I love 9-to-5 jobs. Remembering what my life was before and comparing it to what it is like right now, that's a lot of change. So before, I wasn't the type to take risks. I'm not the type that is open to change. I hate change. Like, I hate change so much, especially when it happens so frequently. I'm the type that never stands up for herself. Even though that I know what I want, but most times I don't even get to stand up for myself. But I'm lucky that there is this thing inside me that even if I refuse to stand up for myself, what it will do is that it will take me out of that situation. That's why I'll just leave some relationships, because I'm not getting what I want from that relationship, and instead of me to speak up, I'll just leave. That is the type of person I was before. I'm not open to change at all. I hate change. When I reinvented myself, I took the decision that I will start taking risks. I will be open to change. I will start standing up for myself, even if it means standing alone. I will start to become more disciplined, wake up early, chase my dreams every day, Sunday to Sunday, like 247. I took that decisions because that is the kind of life the new me lives. The person I want to be, that is how they live. They are optimistic, they chase their dreams, they are independent, they fight for themselves. So I took that decision and then I started working on them. You can't work on something that you don't even know what you are working on. If you do that, you are going to come out short-handed. So you need to be clear, like from the littlest things to the biggest things. What do they eat? Do they go to gym? Do they party every day, or do they work every day? So you really have to be clear about who the new you, this person you are trying to become, what her life looks like, okay? So that we don't get stuck along the way. The next step to reinventing yourself is to let go. You have to understand that the new you is going to cost you your old self. Yes, it is not debatable. For example, the new me cost me my old self in the sense of, formally, I'm not the type that is open to change. Right now, I'm open to change. Formally, I'm not the type to stand up for myself. Right now, I am standing up for myself. So you can see that the new me costs me a lot of things. So this is the time to let go of limiting beliefs. This is the time to let go of that negative mindset. This is the time to let go of that bad relationships. In fact, this is the time to let go of all that doesn't align with the person that you are trying to become. You have to let go. Remember, don't be scared to lose what needs to be lost in order to become who you are supposed to be. The next step to reinvention is you ask yourself, what does your dream life require? Yes, so you know that formally we let go of a lot of things. This is the time we have to start putting in a lot of things. So this is the time you ask yourself, this person that I'm trying to become in, what do I need? Do I need education, a skill, an environment? Like, you have to ask yourself what this dream you requires. For me, even though that I'm still working on that right now, but for me, my dream me requires me to get a certain skill. So I went out and got that skill. It also requires a certain level of discipline. I discipline myself. This dream me also requires that I change some people around me, and then I lost some people, even though that some of them I really want them around me. That's this particular friend that I really want around me, but it's no longer serving me at that point, because if I have to be with this friend, then I have to be my old self, and that is not what I want. I don't want anything that is going to take me back to the person I left. Yes, to the me I left. I don't want anything that is going to take me back there. So I had to lose people that I really love, people that I really want, but I have to make these sacrifices so that I can be who I always wanted to be. And now when this friend sees me now, he's so proud of me. So you need to equip yourself with whatever your dream you requires, be it environment, be it education, be it skills, be it whatever. Okay? And also, I don't want you to rush it. I don't want you to be in a hurry. Reinventing yourself is an experience. Right now, I'm still working on it. That was why I gave you an example. When I started my YouTube channel, I stopped. Before I now started doing content creation consistently. But all those times, I was undergoing the process of reinvention. When I started my YouTube channel is when I was undergoing reinvention. So it is a process, okay? So take it easy with yourself. You are not going to get it all figured out in a day. So ask yourself, what does your dream life requires? The next step is use these bad times to make changes. It doesn't matter if you're in a toxic relationship, if you're at rock bottom, it doesn't matter, wherever you are, just use that opportunity to make a change. You know, sometimes we feel like, oh, when I get to this certain place, then I will change. If I have this certain thing, then I will change. No. Even Ecclesiastes says that we don't have to keep waiting for the right time to plant our seed. How do you even know when the right time is? How do you know that time you are thinking about, you are waiting for is the right time? How do you know? No one knows. So you have to use the opportunity you have to get what you want. Just like Shino Achebe once said, changes are rarely called for or justified, but we keep making them. It's not like we love changes. No, we don't like changes, but we have to keep making them. That is what makes us human beings. I think all of us have heard this quote that says, change is the only constant thing in life. We keep on changing. We keep on evolving. The world is changing. Everything is changing. Our environment is changing. New things are coming up. Some of the things we used to do are dying away. So whether we like it or not, we have to make changes. I remember when I went to rock bottom, I was so unhappy, I was sad, I was depressed, I was frustrated. I told myself that you don't need this. Like, it felt as if nothing is ever going to get better. But what I'm doing now, the new me, is a product of rock bottom. It was because that I went to rock bottom. That was when I changed a lot of things about myself. Like I said this in one of my previous videos, when I said that I had a 360-degree change in mindset. Yes, it seems as if I started from the scratch. So rock bottom is a beautiful place to be, even though at the same time it is one of the hardest places to be. Okay? In fact, we human beings, we love having excuses to do something or not to do it. Because when we have excuses to make, we feel justified. So use that bad relationship as an excuse for you to get better. Use how bad, how unfairly you have been treated as an excuse for you to get better. Okay? In fact, we rarely change when we are comfortable. Yes. It is when we are uncomfortable that we change. It is when we are uncomfortable that we strive to become better. If we are comfortable, even if it is not what we want, that's a high probability that we are going to adapt, we are going to relax, even though that it is not what we want. But for the fact that we are comfortable, we can manage. So use that bad situation to change. Okay? There's nothing like this is the right time for me to do this. The right time for us to do some things might not even look as if it is the right time. The next step is embody the new you. You have to start living like you've always wanted to live. Even if it doesn't make sense, even if there is no evidence, you have to start living like your dream self. For example, guys, what I'm trying to say sounds cringy, but it is going to make a lot of sense to you. This couch behind me, I remember that most times I used to sit there, and then I'll ask like I'm being interviewed. You understand? The interviewer will ask me questions like, how did you build a successful brand? How did you do that? The young people wants to hear from you. The women wants to hear from you. How did you do that? How did you guys? I'm shy when saying this. I used to do that. Then I would just sit, cross my leg, act as if I'm in the interview, and then answer these questions. But I've not actually started living like that. But I used to embody my dream life. I used to talk to myself as if I'm actually living my dream life. Yes, it is not pretending. No, it is called manifesting. You start manifesting. But me, I'm not in support of manifesting with the universe. I'm in support of, if you want to manifest with Christ. Because it is written in the scriptures that I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. Okay, that is the manifestation that I believe in, not the one that you can manifest with the universe. But anyways, that is a story for another day. Okay, so you see it, you practice, you act like your dream self, you talk, you think like, you plan like your dream self. Okay, so embody the new you. And finally is to not to listen what other people say. Let me clarify this, because whenever I say don't listen to people, I don't want you guys to go and misinterpret it. I don't belong to the school of thought that says, don't care about what people say, just go out, live your life, don't listen to people. No, I don't belong to that school of thought. Great people listen to people. That is why, for example, in the government, you see special advisors. The president is the number one citizen in the country. But that doesn't mean that he's always right. That doesn't mean that he knows everything. That doesn't mean that he shouldn't care. He has advisors. Even in the Bible, when David sinned against God with Bathsheba, when the prophet told him, David, God is angry with you, he cried, he felt bad about his sin, he apologized to God. We don't live a life whereby we don't listen to people. If we don't listen to people, we are going to come out short-handed. You learn from listening to people. Yes. You don't know it all. No man is an island. So whatever you do in life, listen to people. But that doesn't mean that you are going to be the person that is pushed around. No. You listen. You think about it. Is this the right way to go? What is God's stand on this? How am I going to go about this? Then if they are wrong, go and do what is right. But if they are right, then do what they say. Okay? Listening to people keep us in check. We might be doing wrong without knowing. But when we listen to what people say, then we're going to be like, okay, wow, I made a mistake here. But if we don't listen, how can we grow? There's no growth. So what I mean here by don't listen to what people say is that when you are inventing yourself, you are trying to be a new person. We are not going to do some things that you have been doing before again. People around you are going to be surprised. Yes, your family, if you are the type that comes home late every day and then you are like, I'm going to come back home early, they're going to be surprised. The first day you are going to come back home early, everyone's going to be looking at you like, what's wrong? What's up with this person? If you are the type that parties every day, then your friends call you and then you are like, no, I don't want to do that anymore, or I'm just going to do these things on weekends, not on weekdays. I have to work. They're going to be surprised. Some of them are going to mock you. They're going to laugh at you. But don't listen to that, okay? The only way you can convince them about this new person you are becoming is when you stick to it. When you stick to it, they're going to adapt. Sometimes you might have friends or people who are going to try to take you back to your old self. They're going to remind you, remember that time you are overcoming trauma? We are there for you. You took so much alcohol, you did this, you did that, and then you were able to overcome this. So why are you leaving us right now? Why are you living this certain lifestyle right now? Don't listen to them, okay? Explain to them, this is what is going on with me. You might be able to change them. Even if you don't change them, don't let them draw you back. Don't let that to happen to you. Stick with that because you know that what you are trying to do is the right thing. A lot of people might not accept it. Yes, don't listen to them. Keep on being you. One of my teachers taught me that if you don't stand up for yourself, people are going to make you to stand up for what they believe in. So if you don't stand up for yourself, people are going to make you to stand up for what they believe in. So stick to this new you. Stay loyal to yourself, to your beliefs, to God. Even if they don't accept it, but they will know that, if it is Jane is not going to do this anymore. If they want to tell you some certain things, they're going to think twice, because they know that if they tell you this, you're not going to do it anymore. So don't be shaken. Accept that when they mock you, when they laugh at you, when they struggle to draw you back, don't let them succeed. A lot of people will not agree with this new version of you, but don't worry, okay? Stay true to yourself and keep moving. So with that being said, guys, we've come to the end of this video. I hope that you guys had a great time with me. This is one of the videos that I enjoy making, and I hope that you found this helpful. Thank you for watching. This means a lot to me, and I appreciate you guys so much. As usual, if you have any topic you want us to discuss in this channel, or anything that I talked about in this video that you need more clarification on, feel free to tell me that in the comment section, okay? I'll be there to reply all your comments. It's your favorite, dimmailoka, and it's been great with you guys. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment. It helps the channel and it helps me as well. Until next time, don't forget to stay positive and stay bye.